In this next video, Miss Sam is going to help us answer the question, how do I get my child on a schedule?
So today we're going to talk about two different types of schedules. The first being a daily schedule, and the second being an earning schedule. So we'll go through each of those and I'll show you some examples and then I'll show you how to create one of your own. Keep in mind your teacher may already have a schedule that your learner uses at school that you could modify for home. So be sure to ask them about that if they could send that to you and you could modify it, or they may be able to modify it for you for what you need at home. I'm going to share my screen with you so I can show you some examples of daily schedules. We're going to start with that. This one was made with Boardmaker, and it is a full day schedule at school. So you can see that there's visuals here that can help your learner determine what the activity is, and they can use a dry erase marker to check these off or cover them up maybe with another piece of paper when they're finished. If you don't have access to a laminator at home, in order to make it dry erase, you can put it in a sheet protector. That works just as well. If you put it in the sheet protector and write on the sheet protector with a dry erase marker, it does erase. So you can reuse these and don't have to print a bunch of them. So there's that one for the whole day. You can break it down if that's too much for your learner to look at one time. Here's an example of just an afternoon schedule. So you have one for the morning, one for the afternoon. This one has a checkbox next to each one. You could put a smiley face there if they did a good job, or a check mark. You could cross something out completely if you're not planning on doing it that day, or cover it up or something like that. Let's look at this one, which is even more simple. This is just an arrival routine schedule. In this instance, you would use the numbers to cover up the activity once it's finished, but this is a good example of how you can break a simple activity down into little steps to create success for your learner. So this is a school schedule where you would get there, open your backpack, put your notebook away, put your lunchbox away, put up your backpack, and then sit at your desk. But for home, you might want to change it to something like eat your breakfast, put your dishes in the sink, come back to sit down and get started on work, or something to that effect. And the last daily schedule that we will look at was made in Word. And this one is kind of a daily schedule and an earning schedule all in one. This one has times written on it, which might be good for your learner if they are very time oriented or they know how to tell time, and you want them to do things at a specific time, then that's a good idea to write that in there. For this one, it kind of has earning built in because it has smiley faces and sad faces. So if you did a good job, you get a smiley face for that one. You can circle it or something. Circle the sad face if you did not do a good job. And then when you get to the money symbols, that's this child's way of saying it's time to earn. If you got all your smiley faces, you get your first choice, which might be an iPad or computer time or TV time. And then if you didn't get all your smiley faces, maybe you get something that's not still preferred but not so preferred, like play with Play-Doh or read a book or something like that. And then this has all the earning times built in. So again, this is a school schedule, which you would modify to work for you at home, but you could do some IEP time, direct instruction, maybe read a book together, have lunch, and then you have free time. And this is again for the whole day, but you could break it down and make it a little more simpler than that as well. So now that we've seen some daily schedules, I'm going to show you how to make one using Word. Most of us have access to Word, so that's why I'm choosing this. method. I'm actually going to show you how to make something similar to this, which is what I made for my kids when school let out and we needed to put something in place quickly for my kids to do schoolwork at home. So I'm going to start by showing you how to find these symbols that I used on here. They're already in Word, so they're easy to find. You can go to Insert, Icons, and then you can search for the icons that you need. So first on my kid's schedule is Get Ready. So I chose a toothbrush. So you just type here in the search bar and some things come up. So I'm going to choose the toothbrush and say Insert, and it pops up right there. And you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger if you're making a schedule that's not so complicated. Then you're going to type next to it what you need them to do. So this is Get Ready portion of the day. And I can make that text a little bigger so it's easier to read. Then I'm going to press Enter, and well, actually, let me go back and put a checkbox there so that they can check when it's finished. I'm going to say Insert Shapes, and we'll do a basic like rectangle shape. Put it here, and you can move it however you would like. Now I don't want that to be blue, I want on the inside, so I'm just going to click up here where it says Shape Styles, and you can scroll down, see how there's all those different colors. I just want a plain black square, so now it's like a checkbox. After I do that, I can press Enter, go to the next line. After we get ready for the day, we probably are going to eat breakfast. So I'm going to go back to Insert, Icons. Let's see if they have something for breakfast, which they don't. So let's try food. And there's a bunch of foods here. So for my kids, I just chose this for all of our food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but you can obviously change it. Maybe you want a piece of fruit for breakfast, pizza for lunch, and chicken for dinner, or something like that you could do. So I'm going to choose the food right in there that I want it to be breakfast. I can copy this box, paste it right in there. Oops, it didn't go where I wanted it to, but I can move it. It's very easy. There we go. And I would keep going until I have everything that I want up there. Now remember that you can just do a few things, like maybe you want Get Ready, breakfast, reading time, break, and make that one schedule. And then your next schedule could be after that break, you're going to do some math, you're going to work on some IEP goals, then you're going to have another break. While you get the lunch ready, your child can be on a break and doing whatever it is they chose to do. So it can be really easy to make a schedule. And again, if you can reach out to your child's teacher to see if they have some that are already made, then you don't even have to do that. Now I'm going to show you some earning schedules. So first, we're going to look at this first then board. This is the most simple earning schedule. This does have some rules on top. You don't have to have rules on it if you don't want to, but this is an example with rules. Keep your hands down, stay quiet, sit down, and keep your feet on the floor. First, work, which is just a general, like it can go on with any of your work tasks, reading, math, etc. Then, and you could put a visual here, or you could write in the box what they want to earn. So you would ask the child, okay, it's time for reading, so we're going to work, and then what do you want to do? And they could choose that they want to play, or play the iPad, or watch TV, or whatever would go there. If you need to print visuals for them, you can again go to Word, go Go to Insert, Pictures, and you can choose any pictures that you already have saved on your computer. A lot of these are from Google. So you just Google image the picture that you want, you save it into your images, and then you have it. So if this child likes to play with the ball, I could print a visual of the ball that I have at home. And then if they choose that, I could put it right here. So while they're working, they could see what they get at the end of their work session. That's helpful sometimes to keep them on task. Okay. Let's look at another earning board. This one again has rules, but as you can see, this one is a little more, complicated. It's just not work then. You actually are going to lay out the 3 tasks we're going to do, and then we earn. So we might do some reading, we might do some math, we might do a science activity, and then we get the big thing that we want. And another one is a puzzle. Sometimes we can build a puzzle for reinforcement. So you would print this page, and this one is a simple 4-square puzzle. You have to get all 4 squares to build the Skittles in order to earn. So you might do this for the picture of the thing that they're actually earning. For example, if I printed a picture of that ball and that's what they wanted to earn, you could cut it into pieces. It could be 4 pieces or more than 4. And then the child would have to earn all the pieces of the ball picture in order to earn the ball. You could cut it in as many pieces as you wanted, and also you can give them pieces throughout their activities, so they just don't get one piece at the end. They might get a piece every 2 minutes or every 3 minutes, or however long they can go in between getting reinforced to keep them motivated to work and finish their activity. So those are all of the examples that I had to show you today. So if you have any questions, please let us know and we'll try to answer. I hope that was helpful for you all to learn about schedules and reinforcement. See you guys later.